going on? What's going on? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and hit the notification so that you're able to be notified of all of my content and all of my videos. Now, unless you're living up under a rock or you really haven't kept up with the speed of the world, or you really don't know what's going on and you just really don't care, I'm here to enlighten you. Now, as you know, the Clippers last night defeated the Los Angeles Lakers 105 to 102. And I went live yesterday and celebrated my birthday with a couple of the fellas that came through and pulled up. But we pretty much observed the game uh, in its entirety. We all know the stat line pretty much. LeBron led the Lakers 21 points, 11 rebounds. Russell Westbrook had 18 and 3. Carmelo had 18 and 3. I mean 18 and 5. I'm sorry. THT had 16. Taylor Horton Tucker and Dwight Howard had 14 and 16. Now, by far the most important and probably, in my opinion, the most impressive guy that's not getting any credit on that team was Austin Reeves, and I'll tell you why in just a few. Because if you look at the stats, yeah, those guys they outscored everybody, but we're talking about intangible impact. Now, the Clippers just had a well balanced scoring. Everybody on the team was in double figures with the exception of two players, and that was Zubac, surprisingly, and Nicholas Batum. Uh, uh, Man led all scorers. He had 19 and 10. Kennard had 18, who was just flaming from outside. Reggie Jackson had 17. Hardenstein, who I feel is just starting to just feel himself and just get better every game. He had 11 and 7. Coffee had 14 and 1, and Robert Covington had 10, and Morris had 10. So pretty much everybody, it was a well balanced effort by the Clippers. Okay, and it pretty much had blew the game wide open uh, up until the second half. Now, the thing that people got to understand, man, about Austin Reeves is that Austin Reeves can pretty much do everything. Marcus Morris stay clutch. He a MF monster. Well, I like Morris. The Morris twins. It's not their play that's the problem. It's their inability to hold their head. In terms of keeping their composure and stuff like that. Because if you notice, both of them will get frustrated and then they do some some in a they do intentional fouls that's very dirty for the game. But other than that, I've always liked their toughness. What I'm saying, when they could just keep it under control. It's all right to get physical and everything, but when you're out there trying to hurt people and clothesline people and stuff like that, then that's where it becomes a problem. But I agree with you though, Bonichima. You know, uh, you know, the more twins are a value to have on your squad, especially when you talk about defense and when you talk about toughness. you know. But it's just it goes back to how I feel about them, you know, the aspect of the game and treating the game unfairly, and I don't like that side. Look, there's nothing wrong with being physical. Physical, as a matter of fact, I like physical. You said it's a move he can uh, score off the dribble. Yeah, he can. You know, listen, this is what I've been saying, Bernice Chima. The Clippers have a bright future ahead of them. They're doing this and they're back at 500 again. And not only are they back at 500, they're doing this without their superstar, and yet again without Powell, who just got hurt, who was supposed to be, that pretty much that scoring punch coming over from the Blazers, a guy that could pretty much do it all. And now they're without him, but they still keep defying the odds. The Clippers are becoming the type of team that responds to adversity very well. Because if you think about it, they got hit with adversity last year, of course, when Kawhi Leonard had went out. And then they were like, oh no, what are we going to do? And they were able to go further than what people had. They had no idea that the Clippers were going to defy the odds and be able to do that. Like to me, some people could look at that equivalent to a championship because they actually had exceeded a lot of the expectations, you know. And this is the thing: the the coaching of Ty Lue, it seems to get better every single game. Ty Lue has been criticized ever since he was in Cleveland, and he's here to prove people wrong. He's coaching his ass off. So you gotta take your hats off to Ty Lue. What's up with it, T Price? I see you in the building. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie T Price. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Had a good birthday yesterday, man. Appreciate it though. Um, do you think there's any chance Kawhi and PG-13 come back? Well, with Kawhi's situation, I just feel like Kawhi should just shut it down. He needs to shut it down for the rest of the season. There's no point in coming back. And then if he does come back, you still have to. He's still gonna have to get his body back into rhythm and everything. For some players it might take a long time, and for others they relatively go. It takes them a lot longer. So we'll have to see what takes place with that situation. As far as Paul George, it's sort of the same too. But see, they're winning without these guys. They're winning. They're winning without these guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. That's the thing that's key. Now, I do like the fact that, like I said, it goes back to what Ty Lue is doing. I love the fact that he's coaching with what you would call not a team that doesn't really have any superstars, just guys that play hard and do whatever they can. You gotta love the emergence of Reggie Jackson. I should say the reemergence, because Reggie Jackson was seen as a scorer from OKC when he had went to Detroit, but somehow when he got to Detroit and was given the keys and everything, he failed to meet expectation. I think a lot of people had pretty much, forgotten about Reggie Jackson or whatever. But now I think that under the tutelage of Rondo, it really helped his game out a lot. I don't think a lot of people give Rondo enough credit for what he did, but he helped Reggie Jackson out a lot, despite him and Coach Ty Lue not getting along. What's up with it, Scrub? I see you in the building. Appreciate the birthday wishes. And they do need to respect Ty Lue a lot more. Look, Tyronn Lue, he's had his trials and tribulations just like anybody else. But over time, you could look at Ty Lue and you can argue that he's actually doing a lot better because look at what he's having to work with. With Frank Vogel's situation, it's similar, and he's doing a better job than Frank Vogel. And I know people are going to come with me and say that they're going to say, well, Frank Vogel, he's had players that have been injured. He's had players that, hasn't been able to figure out the rotation, blah, 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 blah. Look, Ty Lue has went through the same situation. So there's really no excuse. There's really no excuse. But like I was saying though about the Lakers, the thing that you have to understand about the Lakers is that it came down. They had the game. They had the game. They could have won that game, but it was poor decision making. Now, does a lot of it fall on LeBron? Absolutely. You know, your people were looking to. It was the same situation that happened with Russell Westbrook. The only difference with Russell Westbrook is in that situation when he was with Charlotte, he actually shot a bad shot as opposed to driving the ball in and trying to initiate contact. Now, LeBron had been trying to do that the whole entire game or whatnot, and there were some calls that were questionable, and then there were some calls where they knew what he was trying to do by lowering his shoulder and playing bully ball and everything. But in that situation right there, I felt like LeBron should have just either just drove in. I know that they were trying to come and they were looking to double him and everything like that because they were playing great defense, especially Robert Covington. He did a tremendous job on defense. I mean, locking players up. And Robert Covington had got criticized a lot. I wanted Robert Covington on the Sixers. You know, I wanted him on the Sixers, either him or Christian Wood, like I said, because those guys don't get enough credit for their defense, especially their tenacity on defense, and they can pretty much do it all, and plus and can score too. But that right there, it was poor decision making and poor shot selection because now okay you give the ball up to Melo, right? You give it up to Melo, and then guess what happens? He ends up taking an ill-advised shot. Poor shot selection by Melo. Melo should not have taken that shot. And I love Melo to death, man, but he should not have taken that shot. He should not have taken that shot. But see, when we had and going back to Robert Covington, when we had a guy like Robert Covington, because he did used to play for Philly, you know, he was always between a 13 to 14, about around 12 to 14 point game score. Robert Covington has been very very consistent. He's gonna get you double figures. He's gonna get you double figures. But people look at him as a journeyman because he's been with several different teams. like Houston, like Philly, like Minnesota, and Portland, and now with the Clippers. But he's still a valuable guy, especially on defense at this stage of his career. So um, but that was poor shot selection. Now Austin Reeves, he did a tremendous job. I know some people look at, what do you mean he only scored 6 points? But inserting him into the lineup was huge. Uh, Austin Reeves is a guy that he 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 can score when he wants to, but if you need him to play defense, if you need him to do several different things on the floor that's needed, guess what? He's going to answer the call. And he's efficient. He's not selfish. And then when he does come off the bench, he's he's instant offense. You could call his ass the white microwave. Like this guy right here. This is your future. That's your future right there. But it was poor execution down the stretch. Listen, they had the game. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. It was like, wow, because every game is crucial right now, and you could see that they were doing their best, to play with. The matter of fact, they were within reach more than they were in the previous time that they played against the Clippers. You know, so this game, in my opinion, the game was lost more by the Lakers than it was won by the Clippers. And I know some people might argue that, but it was lost by the Lakers because down the stretch, it always comes down to down the stretch. It comes to them either rotating on the defensive end. They can't rotate properly, or they can't stop anybody, or on offense they're helter skelter. They don't know what to do. They're looking like, okay, nah, you shoot it. Nah, you shoot it. You're a hot potato, or making decisions off of nervousness, or off of paranoia instead of being sure for yourself. And in this instance, they're just looking for the 3 pointer, automatically. Why not just drive to the rack and try to initiate contact? We know that the refs know that's what you're going to do and everything, but that to me, that would have been the better decision. And Carmelo Anthony, moving out that far, he should not have taken that shot. I was very disappointed in Melo, and he played great. He played, a great game and everything. But it's not how you start. It's about how you finish. It's all about how you finish. And the Lakers, they just don't know how to capitalize. Now the Clippers, they've done everything right, and now you gotta you gotta look at what's going on in that Western Conference right now. Because the West is starting. A couple of these teams are, now they're above 500. Even though Minnesota lost last night to us, they are still they're still a threat. You know, they're still a threat in terms of possibly catching some teams in that Western Conference. because they're not far behind. They're in seventh place. Um, you know, let's see, because the Clippers are now in that eighth spot. They're right at 500, and then you have Portland. They lost to Golden State or whatnot, but the Portland Trailblazers still not to be slept on. And the Suns took an L too. Surprisingly, they took an L to OKC. They took an L to OKC. Who would have thought? And the Heat and the Bulls right now in the Eastern Conference, they're both tied right now. So I'm looking at the landscape right now on both the Eastern and the Western Conference. And the reason why I'm looking at both of those is to see if if maybe one has seesawed each other, because the East by far has been the most competitive this season. I'm not having that argument. And now you're looking at teams that are actually getting better in the Eastern Conference. Number one grinder, what's up with it, brother?
What's good? How's your brother doing, man?
Man, chilling, man. Chilling, man.
All right.
Yeah. I was talking about your Knicks earlier. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the number one grinder. I can't say it like
that. Yeah,
that.
Man. Yeah, I entered.
Say it, number one. Say it, please.
The number one grinder.
See, I can't say it like him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I do it, they'll be like, man, shut your ass up.
Nah, man, you good. You good, man. Don't worry about it.
What's up with it, Trey team? But now, what you got on this? You watched the game last night. What you think about it, JT?
I just know that RJ can score. I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
And also this much, that big lip, tall tree ain't getting it done. And our offense should get busy. Grimes is hurt right now. That's good. He can get ready for next year. But Tim's not going to play his young guys. He's not. I mean, he's young people. He's not. He's going to be stubborn. He'll make excuses. But I say this, that the offense should not go under. Should not be. It should not be around. It should not involve a random. They should cut that out. Let it go to RJ. You know what that player in Miami? What's his name? Damn.
Yeah. Hey, we play y'all tonight. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Is this another win for y'all? So,
look, no, but you know what though, Grinder? I'm not looking at it like that. Let me tell you something. RJ Barrett has got this look in his eyes. Now, RJ Barrett, he made some ill-advised decisions last night, but the thing that I like about RJ Barrett is that he got a short-term memory. You understand what I'm saying, JT? Like, okay, yeah, I fucked up, but hey, that's all right. I'll make up for it.
Yeah, but he don't have the coach. You right, but he don't have the coach.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're right. No. You are absolutely right. He makes an ill-advised because you know what? Because he haven't got that he should.
Right.
Randall showed up again. So you figure, right? If Randall, this is what I'm saying. If Randall, with a guy leads about 25 points, with his with RJ got 46, Knicks would have won that game.
Mm-hmm. And we play y'all tomorrow. I made a mistake, Grinder. We play y'all tomorrow, not tonight.
Y'all gonna win tomorrow. Tell y'all. Y'all gonna win. Watch.
and then we back doing.
I'm going to have his career triple double. I'm telling you, because he's not. Tibbs is he.
We play y'all again on Wednesday too. Follow up that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to play out again. Trey Cater, you said the Clippers rotation guys more productive than the Lakers other guys. JT said that, man. We talked about that yesterday. The Clippers have a nice future ahead of them. You said he needs to get out of New York. A New York organization, no lie. He talking about Randall.
Who said that?
Swood.
Who?
Swood. I don't know if you see it on the screen. This is what he said.
Who need to get out of New York?
He talking about Randall.
Yeah, he needs to go. He needs to go.
You said Randall just played like
him, the coach. And we love Derrick Rose. We love but we gonna save for next year. He gonna be 6 men.
He out for the season. He's supposed to be. He's not coming back. That's what the report is. You said Randall just plays like a hater when RJ cooking. Yeah, man. You know his attitude is not. I mean, he only had 11 points yesterday, grinding.
11 points against Miami. You supposed to be up for that game, but nah.
Yeah, that's a rival.
But the office got to go through Randall. Man, get out
there. Yeah. That's and see that's a teammate that you don't want. Like, look, if you getting the shine, Grinder, if like let's say you getting the shine, you the best player, whatever. Guess what? I'm gonna keep feeding it to you. You know why? Because I'm like, hey, my man is hot. You know what I'm saying? He's killing right now. You know, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? Nah, I gotta get mine. But a lot of guys feel that way. A lot of guys don't. They don't have. They can't make any type of sacrifice.
No, man.
You know, and the thing about it is what we understand. We've already said, okay, Tibbs, he doesn't want to play the young players. Hey, if I'm RJ, I'm like, look, if you don't want to play the young players, then I guess I got to take matters into my own hand. And I like what he's doing. He's like, well, fuck it. If you don't want to play, hey, we just gonna go out here and we're gonna do the best that we can do with what we have or whatever. And then you know who that's gonna make look bad, Grinder? That's gonna make Tibbs look bad.
Yeah.
And then be like, okay,
why? Right. They're gonna say, yo, Tibbs been holding them back.
Right. Exactly.
Cause Randall seems like he don't want to be there.
His body language is so evident, Grinder. It's just like you can read it. Everybody in Madison Square Garden can read it. There's been reports about him saying that he had, he had the bad attitude, and that's not good. That's not good because your attitude is contagious.
Right.
You know, if I have a bad attitude and JT coming in positive, you know, JT gonna feel my energy. He's gonna be like, man, nigga, I don't want to be around your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Much less play with you. Like, and that's what they feeling. And it's a combination of that, and it's a combination of them not buying in. RJ is a bona fide leader. He's a bona fide leader, and he clearly has more heart than a lot of those other guys. Quickly has heart. I just felt like last night he took some shots that he shouldn't have taken.
Well, look at the coach they got.
Yeah, what?
And I know people want to say, you got to blame the players too. Yeah, but we always blame the players But we want Cam is the coach. He's not equipped a coach offense. He's not.
You said, what's up, Mojo Jojo? I see you in the building, man. You said you blame Melo. Shouldn't have taken that shot. Well, it was a combination of I was telling, Grinder yesterday and Wilt and Jacob on the line yesterday. That you shouldn't Melo, you should first off, let's start with LeBron, right? You should have just went in and drew the foul. That would have been the first thing. But okay, you've already made the decision. You pass it to Melo. You're trying to shoot from 40, Melo, damn near. No, come in a little bit and pull up, but he didn't do that. Other than that, you had a good game with 18 points. JT, that's a complete failure. 18. I'll take a guy like Robert Horry, who probably won't score shit throughout the whole game, right? But he'll hit like 3 points, and that last 3 points be the most important. You understand what I'm saying? You sitting here, you scoring like 30 points, 35 points, and 40 points, but it has relatively no impact on what you're doing. Where you have a guy like Austin Reeves who only had 6 points last night, and he was just as impactful as the other guys on there because of his defense.
Right. I'm just saying, Archer had 46 points, and they still got beat by 15.
Yeah, that and they were putting on the clear. They had 18 turnovers. The Knicks had 18 turnovers. They only had, I think they only had 6. Miami only had 6 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm incorrect, let me know.
And
But
that actually telling me, and people can blame on the plays on that means that it got to show that he refused to put certain plays in for bench players. Why Cam Reddish still they ain't really playing last night?
yeah, he didn't play that much, and Cam Reddish. Listen, if they don't want Cam Reddish, Grinder, shoot, give him to us. I'd take Cam Reddish over James Harden any day, just because of his potential alone. And I know some people might look at that as crazy, but Cam Reddish can score, and he can score in a multitude of ways. Like Cam Reddish can stop and pop in transition. Cam Reddish can run the break. Cam Reddish will dunk on your motherfucker. Cam Reddish can use the rim as a shield. Cam Reddish can finish soft off the glass. Cam Reddish got a handle. Cam Reddish can drive and dish.
Yeah.
You said, yeah, the refs was trying to give the Lakers that game too. Well, yeah, I mean, LeBron was lowering his shoulder several times trying to get the refs to get it, but I think that they weren't biting on that. After a while, you just got to play ball, and they up in there crying and pleading their case. Man, JT, it's like what I tell people. Man, sometimes you just got to shut the hell up and just play ball. You said, nah, Cam to us, Miami. Yeah, I like Miami. I like what Bam is doing. Bam had 16 rebounds last night, JT.
Who?
Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
16 rebounds. I think he had like 4 or 5 blocks. Bam is just he's on a whole nother level. He's in top 3 in blocks, um, top top 5 in rebounds, and the guy gets no fucking credit, man. They forget that this guy is one of the best big men in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, they put Sims in there. I see. And you know, so what? All right. He ain't playing a while. What do you expect?
Right,
He compete. He you want him to compete. He did compete. He just think Bam is a better player than him. Okay, he's supposed to do that.
right, exactly.
But now one time you want to get us in the ball. Let me see what he can do with Bam Bam. Let's see something. Oh,
Right,
they don't want to do that shit.
exactly, exactly. And Tibbs, and going back to Tibbs, I think we can agree, JT, and I think you just said it. Man, he's set in his ways. He's a guy that's not going to change.
He's
He,
not going to do it.
you know, he wants. I think personally, I think not Cam, Tibbs, he wants control of that organization, and he's upset because he's not able to get it. Now, let me ask you this though, JT. This is another question, and I think that this is probably you probably gonna be like, what? But I'm gonna ask it anyway. Do you think that he'd be good in the front office as opposed
No,
to no?
no, no. He's not. If you look at any front office, even like that, losing teams, they adopt to what the NBA is doing. He no. Because there's always going to be a conflict.
Right.
It is.
Because he'll get in the front office, and I guarantee you, the first person he'll be ready to bump heads with is Worldwide West. You can already see that happening between him, Leon Rose, and and um and Dolan.
It's not going to work because he want to get all defense players. He gonna, and then by his attitude, he gonna rub people the wrong way. He gonna say
Right.
we got to get on defense, and he can't run it. He can't. Nah, it's not gonna work.
Right. Mm, I agree. I mean, the only the I think the only type of, and not really a pass, but I guess you could say a little bit of hope that I could possibly try to give him is the fact that he had a front office job while he was in Minnesota. But it goes back. Okay, well, how did you do when you were there in Minnesota in the front office? And you see how that worked out. It didn't work out too well. As a matter of fact, one could argue since A Rod, because A Rod is taking over Minnesota, right? JT. One could argue that A Rod has done clearly head and shoulders above what some of the other guys in the front office have done. Because now Minnesota is relevant now. Again, they haven't been this relevant since the KG days.
Yep. Yep.
and they were doubting A-Rod even before he came. I'm like, okay, y'all are getting too personal now. Y'all talking about, you know, a mistake that this guy has made, here to listen, let the guy go in and let's see how he does business wise. And now look what he's doing.
Yeah.
They're talking about, well, look what he did with the Yankees. And steroids this and uh he had off the field issues. I'm like,
All
okay,
right. All right. Well, man.
what does that what does that have to do with his success rate?
Right. And he opened up his checkbook and said, I want some good players. And so it goes to show that, going to show me, everybody open it up. Yeah, I guess it. I guess let's be honest.
Hmm.
I guess he know talent of basketball too.
Right, that's true. And the thing that I find very uh good about Alex Rodriguez that I noticed that he what he's doing, and you touched on a good point, JT. You said he opening up his checkbook, right? That means usually when you're doing that, guess what you're willing to do? You're willing to take risks. A lot of the shrewd businessmen in the NBA, they're willing to take risks. Jerry West, he's gonna take risks. James Jones, he's gonna take risks. Uh, uh, what's his name? Guys in Golden State, I forget his name. Uh, you know, the Rainbow guy at Golden State. They're willing to take risks.
Sweet flower boy.
Yeah, yeah. They're willing to take risks, man. Even Pat Riley. Pat Riley. He's like, look, I'm willing to take a risk. It doesn't matter. But you gotta be smart with what risk you're taking. And LA, unfortunately, hasn't been that very smart. It looked good on paper. Well, to some people it did. With Westbrook, and Melo, and AD, and LeBron and stuff. But to some, I bet JT was like, man, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, it would have made sense. Like Jacob was saying, shout out to Jacob. He said this move would have made sense like 5, 10 years ago. But now, nah,
Yeah.
you gotta be willing to take risks. I mean, that's the nature of business. That's the nature of business. They've made all of these guys have made smart business moves. You see, Cleveland has came out and pretty much has said they don't want LeBron. Because they know what's gonna come with it. Like, look, and this ain't talking down on LeBron, but we have to call it what it is. On every organization that he's went to, he's let them. It's no luxury anymore because they exceeded. They've had to go into the luxury cap. Then they had to trade away all their guys, and guess what? Then they have to start from the very bottom again, and that's what happened to Cleveland. Then it happened to Miami. You know what I'm saying? And now
Right.
it's been to happen to the Lakers again.
That's crazy, man. I'm just saying that if the Knicks want to keep on playing, keep Tibbs, man.
Mm.
Something wrong with y'all, man.
Well, well, they're gonna stick with their guns. They're gonna stick with their guns, much like LA is sticking with Rob Pelinka. That's that's what they're gonna do, JT. And JT, I've been saying this time and time again. Come on, man. They're they're not gonna clean anything up. They could get rid of Tibbs all they want to, right? Guess what? There's still a head monster, the head of the monster that you got to get rid of.
I agree.
There's still a lot of collateral damage in there. You have guys in the within the organization that don't even want to that don't even get along with each other. And an example of that is okay, you got Charles Oakley who can't stand Dolan. Dolan can't stand Charles Oakley. Doesn't get along with well, you know, I think him and Ewan have a love hate relationship if I'm not mistaken. Just correct me if I'm wrong, JT.
No,
Uh,
Oakland don't like Patrick Ewing for now because when Choker got kicked out of Madison Square Garden, he felt that Ewing should have talked up with him.
right, but I'm talking about Dolan between Dolan and Ewan. Their relationship is intact. Right? They have a pretty good relationship, right? Grinder, you there, brother?
Yeah, I think yeah, you're probably right over there.
No, no, I'm asking because
Do
I
I
don't know.
think do I think their relationship? Nah, I don't. No, their relationship's not all that good. No, they had the Patrick and them had them runnings, but this is what I'm saying that if they really want to get rid of Dolan, I'm talking about the owners, they can. But see, they making money, so they don't care. You know.
And
So, but for the culture, I'm saying for the culture, they should get rid of it. Yeah, they should give it to somebody else. And I would give it to the former Knicks players. Let them come in as a group and let it buy the team.
hmm
I would.
right,
Got your state, and get rid of the front office and clean house. Be quick.
because I look at it from a standpoint of you're actually making more Knicks fans. Like, I was just looking at some of the fans' faces yesterday. JT, I'm glad that they showed the game on TV because they haven't been on TV as much. But I wanted people to see like okay what was truly going on and stuff. And it's just like when you look at them, it's just like man, you look at some of the faces on New York fans, they're just like I'm disgusted with this. I'm tired of this, and then we already know how the product is looking out there on the floor. It's just a big mess, and they weren't supposed to be in this position. They went from last year being like, okay, there's hope here. We could actually win a championship. Some guys were like, damn, we could win a champ. Hey, JT, guys last year were like, man, we could actually. This could be a 2 to 3 year project of us possibly being in the finals. That's what they were saying last year.
No, no.
Or you didn't see it that way, huh, JT?
Last year, no. Do I think we're gonna get to the playoffs? Yes. To move forward, no. Because of Tibbs. They let Randy play all those minutes. And his legs was shot in the playoffs. Same thing as Derrick Rose.
Tibbs Tibbs is like, JT. Tibbs is like that grumpy old grandpa that still wants to wear his 1960 something BDU uniform. Doesn't He still wants to drive in the same old truck that he drove back in the 80s, and it takes all this stuff to start, and they keep telling him, "Hey, you need to get a new truck." A guy that is still trying to work a TV, hasn't upgraded the TV, and he's banging on the TV every single time they telling him, "Hey, you need to get a new TV," and he don't want to listen to nobody. That's that's what Tibbs is like. That's the best description, or the best interpretation.
Mm-hmm. Just sad, man.
But yeah, I'm about to. Um, I think today, man, I'm probably gonna drink a little bit. I'm not gonna turn up too much, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna turn up just a little bit. I didn't turn up. I didn't turn up yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna turn up just a little bit, man. You know what, JT? I don't turn up that much like I used to, man. Like now, when I was younger, I would turn it up all the time. What about you, buddy?
Again, I couldn't hear you.
You can't hear me, bro?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nah, I was saying, I was saying that I said tonight I'm thinking about turning up. I said
Yeah.
I don't turn up as much
Right.
as I used.
Turn up.
Yeah, I had I used to go hard when I was younger, but I don't I don't really turn up, like that like I used to. And then when I was turning up like that, JT, it was like maybe just a couple drinks, here and there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't getting white boy wasted. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah, why not?
Shit, yeah, why not, man? Shit, I deserve to. Shit, I work like look, I work so much, JT. Um, between what I'm doing and YouTube, of course, what I'm saying, kids and the wife and everything. Like when I have a day off, I feel awkward. I feel awkward be, because it's like, dang, I'm supposed to be doing something. It's like when you work out and then you don't work out. It's like, damn, like you don't work out for one day, right? You nigga, your ass still like you not in shape.
Mhm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, I feel awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's like but that goes to show you that okay, yeah. Like I took my daughters and my son to the dentist this morning. You know what I'm saying? And guess what, JT? I had fun doing it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And some people are like, "Oh, you got to take them to the dentist, man. That ain't no fun." To me, it's fun because I don't never get to. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as I be moving and grooving and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get the time to really do as much as I want to, with the exception like on the weekends or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But during the week, I'll be grinding. Don't get me wrong, I see them every day, but it's just like you know we just constant moving. And I want to be able to enjoy those moments because then when you look back, you know what I'm saying, you can't never get the moments back, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You just got motherfucking pictures to rely on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I saw, man, you're gonna be doing two interviews today, huh? On the
Oh,
number one Friday. Yeah, come on with me, stay with me.
no, I did one. I interviewed a former champion, former boxing champion,
Ooh, yeah. What's his name again, bro?
Kelvin Seabush. He was a
Okay,
former he was a former world bantamweight champion.
that's what's up. And then you got the Queen coming on. I forget her name.
Yeah, that's 9:35 p.m. Eastern time tonight.
Yeah. Grinder on it, man. Some hot,
I told you my grind don't stop, man.
man. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I look. Hey, we might take us a little break, but we back on it again.
Yeah.
Cause like Grinder, when I didn't hear cause the thing that I saw that you were doing that was exceptional was like I saw you every day, especially in the community posts. I was seeing you like when you was underrated darkness. I was like, but after a while, I was like, I didn't see it no more. I was like, man, this is strange because.
No, right, right. That's what people thought. Oh, you closed the thing. I said, no, it's still open. I just got to get it fixed.
Hmm.
While I'm trying to
Yeah,
get it fixed, I got to create another channel so to keep me going. You know what I'm saying?
right. What was YouTube fucking with you or something?
No, I just got to fix the passcode and all that shit.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it was just that like, and then I didn't see it. And thank God, shout out to JMJ 21, because if it had not been for JMJ 21, number one grinder, I don't think I wouldn't have found you as 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 quick because he was like, yeah, man, I'll be with number one grinder. I said, who? And he said J. He said your name. He said JT or whatever. I was like, I didn't know you. I didn't say. I never said JT or whatever. He was like, yeah, he used to be on LB show. Underrated. I said, huh? I was like, damn, where that nigga been at it? He like, yeah, he got a new channel. You didn't know, nigga. Hey, grind that nigga. I felt like the odd man out, bro.
You ain't the only one, bro.
I was like, man, my nigga. And then I popped up again. You was like, wait, I think I know. You like, Polo. I was like, damn, nigga, where you been? It was like a goddamn family reunion and shit, nigga.
Right? Yep, sure enough, man.
Mhm. Yeah, I really want to see what some of them other brothers that were going to pass. Now I know Ray. Ray said, "Shout out to Ray." You said Ray was supposed to be going live or something like that. The brother Ray, uh, where he got popped.
Who?
Ray, um, oh boy from St. Louis.
I think he went live last night.
Oh, okay. I gotta know his channel because I don't know. Um, I don't have the information to his channel or whatever. And I know George said George said that he has a channel, and that's more geared towards the MMA game and the fighting game, right?
Oh, um, oh. Mm.
I guess Grinder over there grubbing or something, man. But
No, I'm listening to you.
well, no, yeah, I was asking you a question.
Oh, you was? I couldn't catch it. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Let me get off this headset, man. Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was saying, the brother George.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I said his channel is more geared towards the fight game, right? Like MMA and stuff.
Yeah. But also, he do lady bodybuilding too.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I was gonna go check his channel out. Some of the guys, and does brother Israel, he got a channel.
He do have a channel, but he don't put that much content on it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But he do have a channel though. He do.
Yeah, and shout out to brother Clarence too, man. Clarence, yeah, the bro.
Yeah, he's on Facebook and all that. And
Right.
IG.
Yeah, the fact that he grinded, man. The fact that he doing I think it was what was it, a moving business or something like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah, that's because he said he was doing painting and stuff like that. I'm like, man, this dude a one stop shop, man.
Yeah, he tried to develop his own business.
Hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, be your own boss, man. That's what it's about.
Uh-huh.
And people gonna laugh at first, but then, hey, they laughed at Dolomite. You know what I'm saying? They laughed at him, and still was able to make it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I apologize about the technical difficulties or whatever, man. Them headsets
Don't
are.
worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry about it.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm really fixing some stuff up on this channel, and I'm coming. Like I told you, the first fitness live that I got coming, it's gonna be at the end of March, but I'm coming with three, not one, not two, three, three fitness channels, three
Mm-hmm.
different fitness channels. The first fitness channel is going to be geared towards, you know, on the fly for people that be on the fly. They don't really have no time. You know what I'm saying? They got to get it done in the morning. Some people they be at the gym early in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
your people like, look, I'm just trying to get my 15, 30 minutes in, whatever, bam. And then the other fitness channel is gonna be geared towards people that are really like, serious about obtaining the goals, but it's going to be on all different levels or whatever. And then the third channel is going to be based on guys that are, former Marines, Navy SEALs, former professional athletes, former, triathlon, triathletes and stuff like that that really do a superior level of fitness, working out or whatever. So that's those are my plans or whatever, because we're we're at- we're so focused on wealth and we're not focused on health.
Well, there is a channel that focuses on fitness and nutrition. The Four
Hmm.
Corner Talk.
Hmm.
He talks about it all the time. He does. You need to check him out.
Right? Yeah, definitely gonna check them
Matter
out.
of fact, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put it in the
Hmm.
main chat.
Right, but like I said, man, mine is gonna be popping because it's gonna be. The one thing about me that I'm different, from everybody else is like, I want to be accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys, when you talk to some of these guys, it's like, yeah, they'll deal with you a little bit, but just, they kind of, they keep their distance. Nah, we ain't bringing that over here. Look, I want you, look, hey, I done been where you been. You know what I'm saying? We slack every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I want people to feel like, okay, look, I'm in your boat too. Got to work too. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got kids, shit, nigga. I got kids too. Well, man, shoot, you ain't married. Yeah, I am. Shit, JT, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, man, man, I barely get any sleep, nigga. What you think, nigga? We getting 6 hours, nigga. Our grind is tight too. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got no excuse. And I mean that's what separates me from a lot of these old fake ass niggas out here, man. And I'm not gonna be fake for nobody. Or I'm gonna just talk to this person, you know what I'm saying? But then like, oh yeah, you know what? I ain't really got no, I don't do that. I chop it up with everybody. I don't look. You could be goddamn 80 years old, or you could be 8 years old. I'm gonna chop it up with you.
Yep, exactly. Yep, me too.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't pay nobody else.
You know what I'm saying? We could talk about Bugs Bunny, nigga,
All right, man. We
or
can talk
nigga.
about money. We can talk about that shit, man.
we nigga we or nigga we could talk about Harold and Dipset. You feel me? Like nigga, it ain't no limit, nigga. Nigga ain't no motherfucking limits to what the LDBC do. You feel me, Grinder? And that's what separates us from everybody. Everybody think is okay. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm definitely gonna. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check her. And I like that name. Fourth quarter. Because it's a thing called fourth quarter training. What's up with it, Coach? Coach Sonny in the building, man. Make sure y'all go sub to that boy Swishlight Media. Shout out to that Cleveland. We got Memphis up in here. We got Memphis up in her.
What going
Memphis
on,
up
my
in
nigga Polo?
her.
What
What's up?
going
What's
on,
up?
man? Hey, man, say, man, what going on, man? What
Yeah, we
going
got
on?
Grinder up in here too.
What going on? What poppin'?
Just chilling, man. We up in here talking about the Knicks, talking about the Lakers, talking about the Clippers. What's your take on it? What's your take on what you saw last night, brother?
Hey man, first off, why are we discussing the Knicks? Okay. Second of all, the Clippers, they can make a playoff run. They don't even need to think about even bringing PG-13 back right now. That is a mess up everything they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers, the Lakers. I mean, it don't get no worse than what we got.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I think, I'm
You cut you cut you breaking up real bad, man.
I say, you want to know why I think LeBron's gonna exit up out of there?
Why that?
God, man, when Rich Paul gets to meet with the front office, LeBron,
Breaking up bad, bro.
Go back, hey Memphis, go back out and come back in, brother. I got you. I got your spot, bro. I'm gonna drop another link for him. Yeah, what's up with it, Sonny? I see you in the building, bro. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Sonny, man, up in there getting his coach on, coaching them young boys. Coaching them young boys, man. That's crazy. I got like what? I got like 6 friends as coaches. two of two of them coach football and 4 of them coach basketball. And what you cooking up today, JT?
I don't know yet, man. I don't know, man. I do got some more chicken I could fry up, but I don't even have a taste for that.
Yeah, I think you said you was gonna fry some chicken yesterday,
I
huh?
did fry chicken like 2 days ago, man.
Oh, okay.
I got a few pieces left, but I don't have a taste for that.
Oh, okay. My wife was trying to switch it up on us this morning, JT. She was trying to switch it up and go beef stew on me. Beef stew and cornbread.
Mm.
All right, go ahead, Memphis.
yeah, man. When LeBron,
Okay,
when Rich,
you're a
when Rich,
lot better.
man, when Rich Paul is meeting with the front office, man, LeBron finna go. If not next year, the year after next, LeBron out of there, and he gonna lead the team. And he gonna lead the team with Russell Westbrook and stuff they can't even move right now. So I see this coming from a mile away.
Hmm.
I don't see them making the playoffs now at all.
Well, listen. See, like last night, and like I was telling JT, they had the game. We watched the game. We all watched the game last night when everybody pulled up for the game. Now, they had the game, but it came down to 2 things. It was poor decision making, especially when you consider LeBron passing the ball and everything. Everybody's looking at you to, either seal the deal or make a better decision. And instead, you give the ball up to Melo. And what did Melo do? He took a ill-advised shot you didn't need to take a three. All you needed to do was go in and draw the foul. But instead, what do? You pull up for damn near a 40-footer. And you were well defended. Which makes no sense at all. So it's just like epic collapse like that. And dare I say choke artists, Memphis and JT.
Yeah,
Choke
man.
job. Choke job. My bad.
Well, Melo been done 3 years ago for being a father being that guy. LeBron LeBron don't have the clutch in him. He don't want the well, I got mine. Everybody else can't get theirs. It ain't got nothing to do with me type of guy. So you know what you're dealing with. You've been dealing with it for the longest. You know what you're dealing with. I think why did they take Austin Reeves out of the game?
And you see, that's what I was just telling. Hey, JT, we're not just talking about Reeves. Listen, while he only scored 6 points, Memphis, right? But people don't
Yeah.
understand how nigga, he was the most impactful. He had impactful intangibles.
Right.
Listen, let me repeat that again. Impactful intangibles, like a Dennis Rodman used to do, like a Robert Horry used to do, like a Michael Cooper used to do, like a Alex Caruso does, like a Jared Allen does. Impactful intangibles. But you're so fixated on, oh, I got this. Russell Westbrook had 18, LeBron had 21, Melo had 18. And you can't even capitalize when it really matters.
And now, cause the Clippers gained in the game, they just didn't take it. The Clippers wrapped the game up for you, put a bow on it. Oh, they had y'all had to do what they put in your lap.
And see, Robert Covington, who everybody's been criticizing about him, he's not this, he's a journeyman and all this other stuff. People don't know that Robert Covington is a slept on defender, and Robert Covington has always, especially when he was with us with Philly, he was always good between 12 and 14 points a game, shooting well over, close to that 50% area, and was a solid defender.
Yeah, he was good in Houston.
He locked up LeBron.
Right. I think I think let me go and be the first person to say it, y'all. Well, I know y'all probably heard it from Polo because we actually analyze the sports. We don't just look at the stat sheet. Listen, man. Portland Trail Blazers is better without Dame because they got a leader and they got up and coming leader uh, Anthony Simons.
Hmm.
New Orleans got a long way to go.
Yeah, they won
Memphis,
last night though. They
yeah,
won last night.
yeah, but they gonna have to make a decision like who gonna be that guy.
Yeah, Zion. Listen, they're moving on from Zion. That's the best thing that they could do right now.
Right. Yeah, cause he a big Mac attack away from being Greg Oden. Get him the hell out of there. The Knicks,
Zion. Oh, Memphis. Okay, go ahead.
the Knicks were built for something special. They just they play so hard on the defensive end that they offense don't flow how it's supposed to. Cause everybody tired after they get through playing defense, and that's pretty much what I see.
Well, the thing about this is the thing that I love the best is that nobody's paying attention to Portland. They lost last night. Okay, I mean they lost against Golden State. I know that, but they're still a team that's on the come up. Now I know Minnesota. We beat Minnesota, but they're still above 500. Now, when you mention New Orleans, people forget that Willie Green is a solid coach. And who did Willie Green come up under? He came up under Monty Williams. Okay, so and Monty Williams is an excellent coach. I mean, he's proven that right now. Now I know they lost against OKC yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It was some awkward losses yesterday. But New Orleans is only going to move. They're only going to get better if they get rid of Zion, because Zion is showing his his uh his inconsistency as a player. Zion hasn't played now going on 2 years. You know that, right?
All right.
You know what I'm saying, JT in Memphis? You haven't played in nearly 2 years. And meanwhile, you're falling asleep in film session, right? Oh, but you're praising him. He's athletic. He's doing this. Okay, you've gained a ton of weight. People calling you Fat Albert. People calling you Sean Kemp. On the drugs, making all these memes about you. You're the only thing that's hot about you right now is the Mountain Dew commercials, and they're living off of this fantasy that they saw of you when you were in high school and somewhat at Duke. But you're sitting there, you're getting there saying, I don't want to be there in New Orleans. These people have invested their money in you. And guess what? You are a big problem. Hear me out. This is my last point. You are a big problem. And the icing on the cake of what possibly may take place, which is a potential strike because of the CBA. You're sitting out, constantly hurt and injured. AD, constantly hurt and injured. Guys holding out, oh, my contract this, my contract that. Nigga, they want to see an Anthony Simons on the fucking floor balling, saying, hey, look, I'll do whatever's necessary for the team. They want to see a Ja Morant. Hey, I got injured, but guess what? It was an ACL. I'm back on the floor in MVP conversation. Right? No excuses. Oh no, my hip, my neck, my back. Every time you turn around, fucking AD is on the floor. They don't want to see that fucking product on the floor in the NBA.
Or street clothes.
Yeah, street clothes, shit, man. Might as well put that nigga in a damn jogging suit. You know what I'm saying? Because he need to be in a nursing home. That motherfucker like grumpy old men with Walter Matthau and goddamn. This nigga, man, he's so goddamn elderly, nigga. Like, man, my motherfucking mom could move better than your motherfucking ass without getting hurt, nigga. God damn.
Hey, man, since Zion to Sacramento, I'm quite sure he'll wish he would never went against New Orleans.
Oh, he'll definitely hate that, especially being under Luke Walton.
Luke Walton and Sacramento.
I mean, Alvin Gentry, my bad.
The Black Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah.
Man, if I were coaching, I put Alvin Gentry on my coaching staff, he'll be so close to the cooler.
Yeah, I forgot about Alvin Gentry, man. I like, how the hell you still got a job, nigga? He like Jeff Fisher in the NFL and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, it don't get no worse than that.
Yeah, man.
Jeff Fisher blew a lot of chances on championship.
Yeah, and he ruined a lot of careers too.
Vince Young was one of Vince Young.
Vince Young, yeah. Steve McNair.
The way he closed the door on Vince Young was just terrible, man.
What's up with it, Zay
I
Green? I see you in the building, man.
I love Deshaun when he was in college. I think he should be a quarterback coach in the NFL.
I think he'd be a great one.
Yeah, I think he should. I think Houston, Texas gonna get a lot better since they got Lovie Smith. What you think?
Well, we know what the NFL is doing. I've already mentioned this several times, but they're setting up Lovie Smith to fail, just like they're trying to do with Deshaun Watson. And the only reason they put Lovie Smith in that position is to say, okay, you happy, nigger?
Right, we gave you nigga the job, nigga. Now go work, nigga. Go make the money, nigga, because you ain't gonna be there long. We know
exactly.
we put some niggas in there so these niggas, the rest of these niggas can shut up. Okay, exactly. we can shut these niggas up. Okay, Brian Flores, you want a job that bad? And go over here with Pittsburgh. We'll give you a decent job over here, nigga.
Because ain't it ironic, JT and Memphis, that okay, Tony Dungy, he had an interview on the Dan Patrick Show, right? And he spoke out. Ain't it ironic that a few days later, Lovie Smith was hired?
Hey man, the NFL.
Ain't it ironic?
You know what? But see, he didn't sign that NDA, so he can speak out. You feel me?
That's right.
Signed the NDA, so he was, and they had to give him a job because if he gets to talk, a lot of niggas gonna be in court, and that white folks don't want to spend that money going to court because they gonna lose. And he ain't signed no NDA. This nigga get talking. Let's put this nigga to work and get him. Brian Flores, I need for you to do your job, bro. Make my Steelers look bad. Because if you do, we'll just send you to watch. But you won't last long.
He's only coaching the linebackers, so you out of pocket for that one, old head.
Oh well, that's a blessing. But we got a good linebacking core, defensive core, man. We try.
Yeah, he came at that nigga like he was a defensive coordinator. Hey, you wild, bro.
Nah, I just know he ain't got a job on the defensive side of the ball. I didn't know the whole story.
Well,
he only coaching the linebackers.
I salute to you first and foremost. Okay.
Hello.
But the first and foremost, let's back that up right there. He has a great record when he was with Chicago. When he went to Tampa, it wasn't great, and then when he was with the Vikings, his record wasn't great. But Lovie Smith he was very consistent, especially when he was in Chicago, being what he had to work with. I mean, he was working with Grossman and had a great defense in Charles Tillman and Cutler. Yeah, my bad. Between both of them and Urlacher. But he still was successful, in a lot of people's eyes. But now, what I feel like they're gonna do is they're gonna try to set him up to fail. And now they're with Deshaun Watson, they're coming out with all these reports and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, he's there already, but he doesn't want to be in Houston. And several other teams, they're willing to take Deshaun Watson, even with everything that's going on, even without the gavel being banged.
Man, I wish the Steelers could get Deshaun Watson, man. We already got Lord have mercy. We can make a play to go get him.
Hey, yo, Polo.
I think we'll win a championship with it, Polo.
I think it would, but they gotta, hold on one second, wait. They listen. Tomlin as a coach, I love what he's done, but I think he's better fit for the front office because I think he should move up to the front office, and then he can flex his power to a certain degree. Because Mike Tomlin is not no coon, regardless of what you want to say. He's just, he's doing what's best. If anybody's gonna put anybody on a video game, it should be Mike Tomlin. No disrespect to Madden, but he's done something that no other coach has done, which is have 16 consecutive winning seasons as a coach. But they don't talk about that. Why? He's African American. Why won't we have Tomlin instead of Madden? But anyways, go ahead, wait, what?
All right, I wanted to say to respond to the title of the video. I know a lot of niggas is blaming LeBron James for the end of the play. If you don't know basketball. Carmelo Anthony, he blew that shit once again. I don't know what y'all. Dude was the top 75, and everybody let him a scapegoat with the bullshit he pulled. Nigga, you had like 7 seconds, more than 7 seconds, to create an opportunity for an open shot. Nobody told you to pull a fucking Steph Curry 3. That's the problem, bro. Y'all niggas say, oh, the game changed. But it's the old heads who trying to play the new young man game. That's the problem, man. I'm sick of that shit, bro. I'm sick of it. And last night, once again, check the goddamn archives. When I told that nigga Polo that James Harden, when he get there, that team gonna get better, and that team is much better. I ain't cap. I ain't had no hate. I put some facts on that shit.
One game?
Hey, yo. Yeah. I mean, did we win a championship?
Somebody had to be that guy.
Oh my God. I mean, did we hoist Larry O'Brien? Yeah, yes, that's great. Here, that is great. I mean, that's wonderful.
But against the playoff team,
again, hold on. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. When we, I mean, can we at least get to 5 games in or 10 games in, and then we're talking, or at least get to a playoff series and actually capitalize in that situation? Then we can start celebrating. But I gave the man his flowers, but off of one game, that's not really no judgment.
It's not even about flowers at this point. That nigga deserve chocolate. That nigga deserve a pillow. A balloon.
Well, he did the same thing when he was in strip clubs. Wait, what? What do you think we're doing with little baby? That's why he got so fat. I mean, come on. But listen, he's a choke artist. Now, I do understand what you're saying. I understand your logic in terms of what Melo's. I did say that it was a combination of poor decision making by LeBron. He should have took the ball. And it was the same thing that Russell Westbrook did, except he passed off the ball. He should have drove a little bit and at least initiated. They didn't even need to shoot a 3-way. What? And then he shot it from damn near 40 feet, which was an ill-advised shot.
Yo, the fact that you got LeBron as a narrative say it's both they. Yo, that tells me, Polo. Did you watch the game? I gotta pull your card. I gotta ask you. Did you watch the game? I gotta pull your card.
Hey, JT. He obviously didn't know that we were live last night.
JT here too. Oh my God, that nigga. He finna put the cape on.
Right, but we watched the game last night and we watched the breakdown. And LeBron, you had 17 seconds left to go. That's more than enough time for you to do several different sequences on that court. He got doubled, or he saw the double coming. There was nothing that he could do with Robert Covington the whole night. He was locking him up. What you needed to do was go in, but the refs aren't going to give him the foul. Wait, what I guarantee you. You know why? Because he was trying to lower his shoulder the whole entire night. Several of those calls he didn't get. So yes, I paid attention to the game.
But like I said, but like I said, Carmelo Anthony, he a top 75. This nigga was taking photos with legends a couple days ago. Now this nigga get the opportunity to submit some shit, and this nigga
so is Dame Lillard, and so is Anthony Davis, and they're not playing.
It's that New York Knicks
and they
shit,
don't
bro.
deserve to be in there.
It's the New York Knicks shit. He got that New York Knicks shit, and he bringing that shit to the Lakers. That's sad.
Oh my God.
What does that have to? The Knicks, the Knicks. We already talked about them. What I said is that the offense should be constructed around R.J. Barry because he put up 46 last night.
And the fact that they lost D Rose for a couple more weeks because the inefficiency of how to use their players, that's their problem.
Well, we know what that is. That falls on Tibbs.
But Polo, we gotta be honest. The hype that the Knicks has always been is the same thing Carmelo is. He's just hype.
Well, he wasn't hype. He wasn't hype coming out because he actually led his team deep into the playoffs as a rookie. So that right there, you got to be careful what you said.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not saying. Listen. We know what he did in his early stages. Well, we're talking about the player who decided that my legacy is a backseat to what to money.
No, he never did that. I mean, he made it. He made a decision. Okay, some people felt like
Chicago.
No. I'm talking about the Miami decision. Him, saying, nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stay in New York and stick to his guns and do it dolo, or he could have went somewhere else. That's what I mean. You know that situation.
And what about the Chicago?
Now, Chicago, me myself personally, Chicago during that time, yes, he would have went on there, but he wanted to compete. That was his whole thing. He just wanted to compete.
You think if we could compete with an upcoming Jimmy Butler, a Melo, and at that time D Rose was hurt. He was coming off an injury, but he was like, he didn't know how he was going to come off, but it was more positive than negative.
Hey, look at it. Okay, that's a good point. But look at it from this standpoint. Wait, what? Memphis and JT, check this out. If he would have went there, who knows if he would have even still been playing? Because guess what? He would have been playing up against. I mean, with a guy like Tibbs, who had the reputation for running people to the ground. That's why you see what's going on with a lot of those players now, i.e. Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah's not even playing anymore.
About time.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Jimmy Butler is still performing at high peaks. Yeah, he had.
Yeah, but he just coming off of injury. He's had knick-knack injuries the whole entire season. And he was hurt last year.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, you pulling stunts right now.
He was he was hurt in the finals. He was hurt last year, and he's been hurt this year. So go look at the report.
Yeah, but he's still on the court though. It's like I don't know if you think these guys need to be robotic and stay on the court 24/7. But sometimes dudes do have nicking injuries. This is like, for example, right now, I'm actually about to go ball. Like, I'm very active, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to let y'all boys know. You know what I'm saying?
You just had to throw that in there, didn't you?
I had to let y'all know, bro.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you're going to go hoop, man. But we're talking about these guys that are out there.
We got a big game tonight against the world champions. We gonna show you something tonight, man. Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry, the Big 30. We got Gordon the Dragon at number 9. What he gonna be wearing tonight? So it's gonna be great. Listen. Like I said, Polo, let me ask you a question and be honest, bro. Have you ever seen Power Ranger?
What?
Oh my God, Memphis, do you hear this guy?
Answer my question, guys. Just answer my question.
Go Power Rangers.
Mighty Power Rangers.
But what is it? Okay, get you because I know you finna. This is a setup right here, Memphis. I already know.
So I understand right now that the Brooklyn Nets is number 8 spot. They're 2 games above the 9th spot, and they like 3 or 4 games behind the 6th spot. So I understand a lot of people saying, "Wow, okay, they still losing. They can't really have nobody." Listen, there was an episode of Power Rangers where Jason. Remember, there's colors. There's the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Pink Ranger. You got Jason, who is the Red Ranger. So Jason was missing this episode, right? And like the Rangers was getting attacked by Cersei's. She's not a Cersei, but she had like a Cersei from Game of Thrones. Some broad, you feel me? She come through dropping some shit. Shit getting crazy. They can't really fight off so much. A la the Brooklyn Nets. Now, once you put back the Red Ranger who came back in the episode, they was able to combine their Morphozoids and became like one of the great Zoids to not, defeat, the evil villains and everything. So right now the Brooklyn Nets is missing a Red Ranger. And once their Red Ranger is there, it will combine into a Zoid and then like destroy the NBA. So
really.
And guess what? Ben 10, he gonna be like that White Ranger that you ain't see coming.
Really, bro? Really? You took us all the way around the world for this? You took us all the way around the world for this?
What? Did you enjoy the flight?
Did you really?
Did you enjoy the flight?
Did you really? Okay, look. All right. I wouldn't really go so far as the Power Rangers interpretation. But what I will say is this, though, wait. I understand what you're getting at. Y'all are a project in the making. However, it's gonna come down to several different things. It's gonna come down to health, and not only mental health, but just health in general. And it's also gonna come down to chemistry and cohesiveness, because these players still have to mesh. Ben Simmons has yet to play a game. That's another dynamic that they got to throw in there. There might be some things that KD and Kyrie and the other guys might not like about Simmons, and there might be some things that Simmons might not like about the other guys and Steve Nash's system. And another thing, my final point, Steve Nash, that puts more pressure on Steve Nash, because Steve Nash, now he's got weapons. Not only that, you have 2 first rounders. So what do you think Sean Marks is telling him? It's like, okay, we've given you a lot of open opportunity to get this done. Wait, what? This is a project that Sean Marks has put together not to fail. They weren't supposed to fail last year. Had it not been for injuries, everybody was calling them to go to the championship and win the Larry O'Brien.
Bro, honestly, bro, it's not a project because it all involved the best player in the world. What are you talking about? Like it can't.
Oh,
a project is something.
Giannis got traded.
A project is something that like you already have like certain pieces that you need for the element to grow and be what it's supposed to be. Like
Giannis is on Brooklyn.
What happened?
Giannis is on Brooklyn. You said the best player in the world.
What are you talking about? No, Kevin Durant.
No, he's not the best player in the world. The best player in the world is Giannis, my brother.
No. Giannis got probably one of the best teams in the world.
Who won the championship last year? Who had the Finals MVP? Who put up 50 in the Bucks
won the championship last year?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like why you doing that tennis shit, bro? We talking basketball. We're not talking tennis. This is not an individual by itself who go out there and play 5-on-1.
Right.
Last time I checked, Giannis did not get the Milwaukee Bucks to the championship. It was motherfucking Middleton and Jrue Holiday. So let's stop that shit.
Right. And he came back from injury, and I know a lot of people made that excuse.
In the finals.
That he did. Well, he did, and he performed well in the finals, and he performed well
but he didn't get his
throughout
team
the whole playoffs. So what you're saying about a guy that is a 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, He makes his teammates better, and he doesn't cry and complain and make excuses. Unlike a guy who you praise, which is James Harden.
James Harden do not make excuse. I don't praise nobody
Hmm.
besides my
Yeah.
creator.
Well, you praise Kevin Durant. You said he was the best player in the world, and clearly not.
I'm not praising Kevin Durant. I'm giving you factual things. I don't
Listen, who's the defending champs? Wait, what?
Milwaukee Bucks.
All right. Until then, I mean, until Brooklyn does it, they have the bragging rights right now.
Bro, that don't make sense. Like I didn't say Brooklyn Nets the best team. I didn't say shit like that. That's down where Milwaukee Bucks. And then who you have favors and all that shit, you gotta give it to the champs because the champs are who they are.
Hmm.
But you over here doing some tennis shit, and I'm over here talking about basketball.
Well,
Now,
no,
if you want to talk
he
about
had a great
tennis,
team.
we can
He
do
had
that. We can do tennis if you want to talk about that. But right now, I was speaking on basketball.
well, I know. Well, you mentioned. Well, you kind of shot yourself in the foot because you said Kevin Durant was the best player in the world. So I just had to kind of
Yeah.
tell you that and correct you that he's not, because Giannis is the best player in the world.
Why? But you're not giving me reason why he is the best player in the world. You keep giving me team accomplishments
Hmm.
to justify it, which I don't get. Because if you
Well,
pulling them stunts, Chauncey
right,
Billups should have been the best player in
right,
'04 when they won a championship, going into
right,
'05 season. So can we
right.
stop? Can we stop?
But that's not a
Man,
well.
man,
That's
what? Man, what? Man,
that's not a
what?
good. That's yeah, exactly. In the words of Ric Flair, to be the man, you have to beat the man, and they obviously didn't do that. So,
Wait. Detroit didn't beat Lakers.
no,
Chauncey
they
Billups didn't
yeah,
defeat
yeah, they did. But
Shaq.
that's not a good interpretation. We're talking about Giannis, and we're talking about and the
But
Brooklyn
but
Nets.
but you said because they won a championship, that's how it is. Beat the
What
man, beat that. But it's not a
whether
man sport.
they're the defending champs, and if you're gonna bring up this thing about oh everybody was hurt, Giannis was hurt himself, and he came back from a hyperextension. Only two other players have done that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bro.
I mean, you got to come. Listen, wait, what? I understand that is harboring, and you can't sleep at night, knowing that the fact that Giannis won it, and after the fact that you constantly said that this guy isn't a superstar, and anybody in their right damn mind would start a franchise right now around Giannis. I know I would,
You know
because
what? Polo, you
he has
right.
something.
I
He
don't
has
sleep at
something on
night.
K. He has something on KD that, aside from skill alone, that I would take is durability.
So
He's gonna stay on the
so
floor.
so let me get this right. So you compare. See, this is where people lose me a lot. This is the type
Mm,
of like this talk right here is the type of people who put like current players in a top 10 of all time type of shit. So the fact
mhm,
that you're comparing that a young Giannis is more durable than a more seasoned vet KD, obviously the pair lines don't match. But if you parallel the age with their age, it's damn near the
mhm.
same. So it sounds silly. But I digress though. I digress though.
What are you digressing to? You still there? Wait, what?
Everything I just said, bro.
Okay. Well, I want you to not digress. I want you to digest this right here. Okay. First and foremost, you are saying that KD is a seasoned vet. Yes, that's great. But so is LeBron. And LeBron is playing 19 years and he's still durable. And he's still standing on the court with the exception of knick-knack injuries. Now, KD has lower extremity problems. One, his ankle and Achilles and his calf. Those are injuries that are going to come back every now and again to haunt you or whatever. You see, he's still sitting out. However, this doesn't take anything away from him in terms of his skill, but he hasn't been durable in the last season or so because of what he's been going through. So yes, I'm gonna take Giannis because I'm not gonna want my main player sitting out when I need him most. That's why y'all lost 11 straight.
Bro, the fact that that was the ugliest statement I ever heard in my life.
Hmm.
Let me add to it. A couple things. One, it was a freak accident, bro. He
Hmm.
didn't injure himself through play or throughout some situation to bumped up. It was
Right.
through accident where a player ran into his leg falling backwards.
Hmm.
Like, add context. That's not like that's like you saying, oh well, he's injured because of this and that. Obviously, when a nigga land in your leg, it's gonna
Well,
be something with your leg to be that injury.
right.
It
So
don't mean
so
it's a common thread.
so,
Like
but
nigga before that, it was not a fucking situation. But
right. But
now
the
that
last
a freak accident happened, niggas want to do weird shit. It's
right.
okay. Cause when he
And let
come
I
back
know
and when
I
he
know.
slay the fucking league, it's gonna be
Mhm.
nice. It's gonna
Right.
be nice. And then when
And
Ben
you
10,
still have to execute. You still have to execute. And listen, we don't know what they're capable of yet. Yeah, it looks good. It looks great on paper. It looks phenomenal. But you still have to execute against a team in the East, or teams rather in the East, like a Chicago who's hungry. They got DeRozan playing at the MVP level, like the Heat who are climbing up the charts in terms of their defensive efficiency, like a motherfucking Philly right now, who you saying about James Harden and all this other stuff, and MVP and all this other stuff. Yeah, we still competitive and not realizing that we still got Maxey who put up 28 last night. Then don't get me started on the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're hungry, and you still got the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
all that shit sound like cheese, my man. Cause like we ain't said that when Katie went to Golden, like when Katie and Golden State came together, as in Clay, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry, niggas didn't question that. They were like, oh shit, that shit gonna be run. And what happened? They ran that shit. You know what I'm saying? They went 12-0. They first playoff series together, they went 16-1. Bro, this team got that same vibe and that team got the same structure. That's the same thing everybody was saying about Steve Kerr at that time. He ain't no coach, he ain't doing shit, et cetera, et cetera. There's too many stars, it's too much fun. Get him out of there. Fuck out of here, bro. Because guess what? There's a monster. There's a future top 3 all time coming back from injury, bro. Get it together, bro. Get it together,
Well,
bro.
and look, I understand that people they're putting all these high expectations on KD. Look, a healthy KD. If you want to hear this, wait. Yes, he's pretty much the most skillful and best player in the world if he's winning championships and stuff like that. But the fact is that he has to be healthy, and in order for the
That's
Brooklyn Nets,
anybody.
yeah, well, listen, in order for the Brooklyn Nets to go anywhere, you need KD, and then also, we got to look at the durability of Kyrie Irving. Let's just face it, Kyrie Irving. While we giving all this smoke to KD and stuff like that, I think it's unfair. Kyrie Irving isn't the most durable player. He's had injury history too. And then
Not,
you got
not,
guys
with
that have
Kyrie,
had. Go ahead.
with Kyrie right now is his performance. Kyrie Irving got to put up his performance because the durability don't have nothing to do with it because he especially just like I said, he just came off a 2-week vacation type of shit. So this is actually helping him as well as in listen, bro. You want to make sure that you have these players fully go before the playoffs start, regardless of the situation. I can guarantee you, he could have came back 2 weeks ago if it was a playoff, just like what happened with the hamstring last year. Things are going through the flux of it and you let it be. But if a nigga is fully healthy for playoffs, because at the end of the day, when you get in the playoffs, every goddamn record is 0. So it doesn't matter as long as you have a strive enough to get there. Right now, their back is on the wall by doing so many things, but however, their feet is not on fire yet. So the common
Well, I
sense
don't see
of
it that way. I,
wait, what? They
I
back against the wall, but their feet is not on fire. What are you talking
right,
about?
but
Feet
I
on
don't.
fire, that means you're on the 11th spot and you gotta get in by 2 more games or something. Feet
Yeah,
on fire,
listen.
that's example.
No, no,
Back on
no.
the wall means you right there, but you still can get back together.
No.
Because you still got your
I'm.
back on the wall.
No. What I'm saying. Wait. Listen to me. I'm disagreeing to say that y'all are in a better position than what most is. Because think about it, you got Seth Curry, who's nobody looking at that's playing at a high level. You got Andre Drummond, who's nobody looking at that's playing at a high level. As a matter of fact, his game has surged ever since he went back home, which is where he's from in New York. Then on top of that, you have other guys that are scrappy out there that are playing, are giving it they all and everything. So what it's saying is like I see a lot of upside in y'all aside from KD, aside from Kyrie, and aside from Ben Simmons and everything to say, okay, damn, we have a lot of firepower because y'all have shooters. Not to mention y'all got Patty Mills and the rest of them. So I'm saying I don't. Your back's on it against the wall is what you think.
Yeah, all right, listen. Mm-hmm. My thing is this, though. Kyrie Irving hasn't played with the new pieces added. Because when they came, it was 3 games before the break. Couldn't play it, and this past week couldn't play it. So he got opportunity to play with these guys, and you're gonna see that dynamic. This team is also structured for a Kyrie as well. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I got a feel tonight. Like tonight, the boys finna pull off the upset. In Milwaukee, Kyrie Irving upset Giannis and his boys. And then that's the taste of the beginning. So I be the guy to warn y'all. I be warned y'all.
No, look, JT and I have already said when Brooklyn gets everything like rolling, they're gonna be a scary team. But like I said, it just all goes back to you think I'm not nervous about that type of stuff when it comes to y'all. Listen, imagine
you should be petrified.
Ben Simmons running the floor in transition with Kyrie on the side, on the weak side possibly, and KD on the strong side. Dog, that is dangerous.
Hello, we're not even bringing in. I'm not bringing in Ben 10 on you right yet. What I'm talking about is simple. It's simple. Just bringing Kyrie in this team right now. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that structure. I'm talking about Andre Drummond actually getting more physical shape. I'm talking about the conditioning of Seth Curry and Andre Drummond are getting to that point where they needed to be. Then you got the Dragon coming, who already have a point guard mindset to the P. So when he get on the court, mind you, the last couple games, what's been missing? You're missing a point guard. Oh shit!
No. Listen, come on, man. I understand exactly what you're saying, and your points are very well taken. But what I'm telling you is, what is that? First off, Dragic is not the same Gordon Dragic in Phoenix. So let's just get that out of the way. He's gonna be there just to play a couple of minutes and maybe be a locker room guy.
Wait, hold on. You can see the future?
Huh?
Nah, all right. I heard this saying from the old heads. If you can hunt, you can hear. I'm gonna ask you again. Big dog, you can see the future? Because last time I checked, in his interview, he told niggas there was multiple teams that were competing for his service. And he said he chose Brooklyn for the simple fact that he will be contribute as part of this team. So it's not just you come here, you do a little something. No, it's not like that. It's an actual point guard coming there.
Yeah,
Kyrie is a point guard as well, but this point guard is like somebody who could generate the offense like a James Harden was doing when he was in the with the second unit. We got a second unit point guard to run it. It's getting scary. It's getting dangerous.
Yeah, nervous. Well, not with Dragic. No, because
I'm gonna talk about my water. Wow.
Because check it. First off, name me a time when Dragic has played a full season.
That's not, but we're not asking for that right now.
No, bro. Hold on. But that's the reason why I'm bringing it up. Wait, what? Look, I'm not trying. I'm saying Dragic. If you're expecting, don't put those type of expectations on Dragic because you're not going to be getting that. He's there to facilitate a little bit and maybe play a couple minutes, man. But he's got personal stuff that he's dealing with, and he's also had injury history, man. He's damaged goods too, as well as getting older.
So there's 28 games in the playoffs. If you play every game to 7, there's the first round, second round, third round, and the finals. All
No.
7. So that's 28. And you add in the 23 that we had left. So that's about at least around 50.
Okay,
51,
really.
51.
Let me ask you.
And then I'm gonna give you the 2 play-ins just to be a dyke about it. I'm gonna be just to be a dyke about it. I'm gonna add in the 2 play-in games. So that's also that. So that's 55 games. Subtract that from 82 games, you get about 30 something. No, probably a high 28 something or 27, and you don't got a goddamn season. So Dragon don't need to play a goddamn season. Get out of here, man.
Okay, check it.
Get out of
Listen,
here, bro.
realistically,
Mm-hmm.
realistically, what do you see? Because it's 25. Well, with the exception of a game that's just played or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's 24 games. Y'all play today, right?
Yeah, we play tonight.
Okay, yeah.
8 o'clock
Like you
on
said,
ABC.
23. What realistically? What do you see your record going as right now?
Out of the next 23 games, I can see it's a good. If I had to be a negative Nancy, I say 16 and 6, 16 and 7. If I want to be a negative Nancy, I think that's well over enough to avoid, not to avoid, but to avoid missing the playoffs. However, the best potential of what we can do, it go 18 and 3. I mean, like not 18 and 3, but like 19 and 19 and 4.
18 and 7.
19 and 5. One of them hoes. No more than 5 losses. Period.
Okay, let's just say you go 19 and 6, and let's say y'all are because you got to think about it. Some teams could possibly have some slippage. You know what I'm saying? They could have some slippage, and stuff is changing really, really quick. Like you see, Miami and Chicago both have the same record right now, and they're flip-flopping. So, and that's a dynamic that you got to look at. Meanwhile, you got Philly that's interchanging. You got your Cavs that are interchanging. I really don't trust Charlotte. I don't trust Charlotte, and of course the team that nobody's talking about, but they are the scariest is Cleveland. If there's the case where y'all face up with one of those teams, the pressure is gonna be on y'all.
Listen. I don't think you understand, bro. I'm gonna say this once again, and I want you to stamp this. I want you to remember every word I say right now.
Well, it's documented.
I appreciate it.
JT is here as an alibi too.
Well, hey, JT, listen up, man. I need you to hear this too. You're a New Yorker too, so I need you to hear this as well. The Brooklyn Nets will be a problem. Y'all will start crying like y'all were crying in 2016, 2017 season. Y'all be like, this is unfair. This is not right. You'll be scared. It will be spooky. It won't be scary. It will be spooky. Cause
what does that have to do with?
For the simple fact that
what are we talking about?
I don't get it.
It's to the point that, bro, I already checked out. All right, first of all, I checked out them teams that was above us. So I checked out Toronto. First of all, we play Toronto in the early week next week, back to back. Playing at the Brooklyn house, and then the next day because the back to back. Which I don't. Adam Silver, if you're hearing this, come on, bro. Niggas gotta go from there to Canada, right? The same, just to play them niggas the next day. Come on, bro. That's some dumb shit. Yeah, they got a back-to-back with Toronto, which is a opportunity because, like I said, once again, KD is not playing tonight. We're gonna get a big, huge push tonight from Kyrie and the gang. And once we establish that execution that everybody need to play their role, and then everything go as according to plan. Then we got Monday and Tuesday where we can have the best player return in the league, and you get that started, and then I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. On March 10th, he would play a game before that. Again, I'm getting y'all boys inside news, so don't be nervous. So yo, Polo, you heard it first on Polo's channel. I'm gonna put that out there right now. Ben 10, because niggas don't know who the fuck Ben Simmons is. You don't know who that nigga is, but the nigga Ben 10 will make his debut the game prior to the Philadelphia 76ers, and he will play in the March 10th game against the 76ers at Wells Fargo Bank Arena, whatever y'all shit called. I don't really give a fuck.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, you danced around several times. I don't know what where you're going, but let's go ahead and assess several different things that you were talking about. Listen, it's all going to come back down to, just to say the least, it's going to come back to who's healthy and who's not healthy. And I know you said KD is coming back, but he's still going to have to get his leg up under him. You know, he's still going to have to get his legs up under him. And y'all don't have an easy schedule. Wait, what? I don't think you realize that, right? Y'all have a very.
I know our schedule.
And Boston, that's another team I forgot. You see how they came. I know you don't want to relive that, but Boston was putting on the clinic in front of y'all. You know,
they had full health, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that you say that because they was at full health and they were playing against a team that's not fully constructed. But if you want to eat up on victories like that, that's cute. But go ahead.
Well, listen. Boston is what I'm saying, and my point is, it's not necessarily about that. They are better than what they were at the beginning of the season, because I already told JT this. We were on the night. True the King was in here, and that's his team. And listen, White, we had already talked about this. Wait, what? You said it, I said it, and so did Young said it. White was the chess move, and that instantly made them better. Now, check this out. I'm gonna give you something that's really gonna mess you up in your mind. I think JT already knows this. 3 of Boston's players, which include the 2 of the best players and third best player, in my opinion, when you include Brown, Tatum, and Smart. Guess what? All of them are in the top 10 in.
Go ahead, Bullo. I don't really say high school games.
They are in the top 10 in defense and defensive efficiency.
Really? That was your
punchline.
That was your punchline.
Check this out. Brown is at 3. He's ranked number 3. Tatum is at number 5, and Marcus Smart is number 10. And they got a guy in Robin Williams. Shout out to True the King. He had to let everybody know that Robin Williams is ranks 3rd in blocks.
All right. So time out. So let me get it right. So we're not gonna add in the fact that they had more time with their new head coach to be able to gel more and understand what their position is.
No, they haven't.
So
he's been there shorter.
I was being rhetorical with that.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Rhetorical with it.
Udoka just got there, man.
That's why I'm just trying to tell you, bro. They needed time for that to figure out. That's why the early season woes plus a little cover the COVID situation as well as injuries too.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, wait, what? Good point. I'm gonna tell you what else was messing up. You saw how inefficient Jason Tatum was too. He was very inefficient at the beginning of the season. Remember him and Smart and Jaylen Brown. Well, Smart got into it with him and Jaylen Brown for not passing the ball.
And that's called early season woes, bro. That's what you have in the early season. So stop trying to use that as a justification to tell you that they are fully healthy and they running what they supposed to be running. Y'all sound like, man, I don't understand y'all, man. Y'all so scared that you trying to psych yourself out of it, of seeing what's finna come. Man, y'all stop being scared, man. Watch tonight, 8 o'clock, ABC. I'm at the court right now, so I'm gonna holler at y'all boys later. But like I said, 8 o'clock, watch tonight, man.
You hear him,
Hey,
JT?
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even
What
saying
you
no
gonna
more.
and JT, man, you been saying nothing the whole day. So I already know I'm cooking right. So I appreciate you for keeping it a quiet tone.
You
Appreciate
definitely
that, bro.
not cooking on the court.
Hey, hey man, I'm about to
Otherwise,
put
you
up
would have been
videos, man.
dribbling. Hey, wait, what?
I'm about to put up videos, bro, cause y'all niggas out here trying.
Hey, wait, what? Hey, them females over there saying, "Shut up and dribble."
Nah, it's greatness out here, man. But man, y'all boy be safe, man. Yo.
All right, wait, what? Thank you for stopping through, man. Have a good one, bro.
Peace, man.
But listen, everybody, they getting a prisoner of a moment about these other teams, and I'm telling y'all, these other teams are on the come up, like Boston and
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
But you know what the what's in common with Boston and Cleveland is?
Say that one more time, JT. My bad,
Do
bro.
you know what's in common between Boston and Cleveland? They have a coach that will go 6 and beyond on a bench.
That's a good point. That's a damn good point.
Fresh bodies, fresh offense, fresh defense.
Who you think is the better coach out of Bickerstaff and Udoka?
Ooh, I get as the biggest guy.
I mean, Bickerstaff has done a tremendous job. I had him early. I had him up there early as an early season coach of the year. But man, I just think it's a crying shame that Monty Williams didn't get it last year. Tibbs.
Right. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally disagree. They give it the tips.
Right.
You give it to tips because look at the Knicks and stuff, man. Come on, man. I'm a Knicks fan. I tell you, Monty would deserve it. Phoenix was garbage for years.
Right.
We gotta call it as it is. Majority of the 2000, it was garbage. And he took the team to the finals. And they didn't think about it. They got a good chance to go back again.
Right. A good ass point.
So it proves my point. But look at Tibbs. Nah, man. Come on, bro, man.
And see, Jacob. I mean, my bad, JT. The thing about it is too is what's it called? Monty got even better this year.
Right.
They got even better.
And you know what the difference of Monty Williams and Tibbs? He know X and O's. He know the X and O's of both sides of the ball.
Right.
Tibbs don't. He make the necessary adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Tibbs don't. It's the truth. When they come to practice, who be happy? The Phoenix players. The Knicks don't. All right, despite Phoenix loss, all right, Phoenix will lose here and there. But this, long as they hold down to Chris Paul get back, they gonna be playoff ready.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul can rest, and
Right.
they can make a push. And I'm gonna tell you, and they can say anything they want. They still got 3 big men that they could throw it down to. But they are not youngsters. McGee is playoff pedigree. You gotta be humble. He been in the league for a while. They do got a bench. That's all I'm saying. I'm going about long term. That's what I'm talking. And this is the thing that you think about at the end of the day of the West. Who's going to match with them? Who's going to match with them? So,
My fault. I fell off. My bad. Yeah. You know, Monty Williams. Monty Williams is way more intelligent, and way more better at adjustments, especially down the stretch. He's dangerous, JT. Dangerous. Monty Williams. He's dangerous. Because you don't know what he's gonna throw at you. I think last year was a learning experience being that he was fine, but he came back even hungry. He came back even hungrier. Came back even hungrier with a chip on their shoulder. Everybody on that roster is playing like they have a chip on their shoulder, and those are the worst teams that you want to face. Because think about it, JT. He got a chip on it. They have a chip on their shoulder. Oh wait. They got a chip on their shoulder because they're not being talked about. They got a chip on their shoulder because they lost in the finals. They got a chip on their shoulder because Monty Williams should have won Coach of the Year last year. Mm-hmm. And they got a chip on their shoulder because they criticized Aiden for his poor play against Giannis. They have a lot of chips on their shoulder.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul got a chip on his shoulder because he failed to get it done. So, people are going to talk about him. So, it's a lot of chips on them shoulders, man.
Oh
man. And everybody gets in all these prisoners of the moment about Philly and Brooklyn and stuff like that. You're not realizing that these other teams have the one thing in common that Brooklyn and Philly
don't really have in terms of their team. And these guys have been together for quite some time. Uh, Cleveland, Cleveland has been together for quite some time. They've gelled together, with the exception, of course, of Evan Mobley and Garland. And oh yeah, and Levert and Jared Allen. Well, they got a relatively new roster. Um, I'm trying to think. That's pretty much about it. All these guys have been together, and you got a guy like Joel Embiid that has to figure out how to play with James Harden. Yeah, that was a great win, JT. We know that was that's all good. But nigga, that's one game. Let me see how you respond to adversity. Let's see how you respond when you fail. Let's see how you fare. Let's see how you play when things ain't going that good. That's what I want to see. How you going to respond to adversity? And what does James Harden do time and time again when adversity gets tough for him? He crumbles up. He shrivels up, man. Oh well, I'm not getting the ball enough. The offense should be constructed around me and all this other stuff. That's just a selfish mentality. But yeah, JT man, I'm finna go ahead and shut it down, man. Any final thoughts, man? You got, man?
I just tell people check out the interview that I interview. I interview a former world bantamweight champion Kevin Seabrook. It should be on there. It should be finished uploading. And tonight I will do a chop up with 12 vowels.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9:35. She calling my child. She gonna chop it up with me. Chop it up, chop it up each other. So got some stuff going. 9:35 tonight.
Y'all heard it first, man.
Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and 9:35. And for those of y'all that's central, y'all already know what it is. That'll be 1 hour behind. Of course, it'd be 8:35 for me. But y'all heard it first, man. JT, aka number one grinder, aka underrated darkness here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody pulling up.
Thank you. Enjoy yourself, man. Have some energy, man.
Hey JT, I'm finna go. Look, I'm gonna take the advice with my big homie, and I'm gonna take my ass to the liquor store and get some wine.
Yeah, get some wine, man, and handle your business, man. You know.
See, there you go.
Yeah, you know. Let her know that she appreciate. She like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
JT, you a fool, man. You gonna have to do an X-rated version, man. We know JT.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we gonna keep that for Patreon. But no, man, make sure y'all go check out JT and underrated number one grind and put in that Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, LDBC, both Lions in basketball and boxing community. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Again, man, like it, share, subscribe, hit the notifications so you can be notified. Until then, I get at y'all.
All right, peace.